Oh man.
What happened? What?
They don't love the pumps anymore. Crit is just blasting me on the chat talking about I need a new move. It's getting a little sus now. Like y'all don't want the pumps, the air pumps, too many air pumps.
Hey man, sometimes you got to go through the ups and downs. That is your move. You don't let them break your move.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like that.
See? All right, whatever.
Let the pumps live on. Nobody's taking away those pumps.
Forever.
The pumps are forever.
Whatever.
Scary Williams, AT, can't please them all, Jordan. Just please your wife.
Oh. Good boy. Good boy.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in to the show. I love it. That like button, subscribe to the page.
The chirps.
We got to continue the conversation as we were talking about Adam Schefter and the belief that, he has on the Chicago Bears coming into the season. But I want to talk about this, George JC.
Yep.
Because we've talked about a lot of things that have been added to this team. But when you look at this Bears team, and whether I'm talking about whether in the division, I'm talking about whether in, overall, just the team in general, specific position specific, whatever it is for you. Where should Bears fans' confidence be the most high on this team right now?
Looking at everything, I think their confidence should be the most high in the front office and the coaching staff.
Ooh.
Off the field is where they should see that we've improved the most. You got serious this past offseason in bringing in actual talent at the coaching position. You went out and got the guy that everybody wanted in Ben Johnson, that everybody saw did his job at a high level, not just once, not just twice, but multiple seasons, a number of seasons that turned around a franchise that was very depleted, that was not good at all. And now Detroit is a very good organization. You also saw all the other people that he brought in with him. The staff is, as I mentioned before, very star-studded. Eric Bieniemy, plenty of experience with running backs, some that you've known from the past. Adrian Peterson, Dennis Allen is connected to a lot of really good defensive ends that have been dominant over the years. I think Cam Jordan is also part of that as well.
Cam Jordan, Khalil Mack,
yeah,
Trey Hendrickson. Like you got to forget he's drafted like three of the most dominant pass rushers in the NFL.
I actually forgot about Trey, but yeah, because he was on the Saints. You're absolutely right. So it's like all these connections to talent and the development of players is something that I've never seen before. I'm pretty sure you all have never seen before, and that's what should give you the most confidence. Is it starts with the teaching. It starts with the small things, the little details that start now in the OTAs, in the mini camp, in the training camps, that will show itself on the field when the season comes. And so when you have a coach that is as serious as Ben Johnson about turning around this culture and holding everybody accountable and saying, run it back, run the small things back, get on the line, stop setting your, a yard up, cold, like get in line. Like we were trying to go to you. You're holding every single player, no matter how good or talented they are, accountable. And everybody on this roster is seeing that, and they're going to buy in, and they're also going to hold themselves accountable to a certain point, because they know that this regime is very serious. They know that the coaching staff is about business. They're not playing games this year. And so, again, that's where fans, I think, should have the most highest confidence, is that no matter what you see on the field, you can have confidence that the coaching staff is up to task.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think the big thing for the Chicago Bears with the offseason, with where the coaching staff is at, with where the team is at right now, the part that's exciting is the fact that you have something that feels sustainable. Right. We talk about all the people who, Dennis Allen is connected with. We talk about all the people who the Ben Johnson is connected with, and all the lessons that they've learned. But the fact that they're all together as well, I think is my biggest thing with, kind of where this coaching staff and where this front office is at. Right. When you look at the fact that Ben Johnson is your offensive coordinator, but also your head coach. He's not going anywhere. When you look at the fact that Dennis Allen is your defensive coordinator, but has been a failed head coach in 2 situations, but has been a great defensive coordinator over his career. Like that's the part where it's like, oh wait, he's also not going anywhere, right? Like there's a ton that you can build off of, and I think off of that point, right, where I'm most confident and where I think Bears fans should be most confident in is when you go out and you look at. I've gotten a chance to be at OTAs and minicamp just about every day. I don't know if I'm going today. I seen somebody ask that in the comment. I don't know if I'm going up there today. We got a ton on the schedule that we got to get done. We got a ton of shows that got to get done. It kind of falls around OTAs, so I might miss today. But the confidence that is built in watching Caleb Williams, and I get it. It's with no pads on. It's with there is no. It's not a fair assessment of everyone on the field, but it is an assessment that can be made of your wide receivers, of your DBs, and of your quarterback making the right decision on the field. The growth that I've seen in Caleb Williams throughout this camp, I feel like is something Chicago Bears fans should have the most confidence in. Caleb Williams has shown an ability to, again, like I've said a couple of times here, learn the information, take in the information, make his mistakes, and continue to grow from it. And it's not because the defense is playing bad. It's not because the defense is missing their assignments. It's not because the defense is out of position. It's because Caleb Williams is outplaying the defense. It's because Caleb Williams is making the right play. He's making the right read. You saw Ben Johnson not giving him any I guess slack, if for lack of a better word, when he went up to the podium and they were talking about, Caleb ended up going through his reads and then getting to the check down. That's a successful play. Went through all my reads, got to the check down. He gained 4 or 5 yards. Successful play. He got to it too slow. He's not moving quick. He's got to be quicker or it's not going to work. Like, to me, those are the things where you look at this Bears team and you say, oh, like those things that are good aren't actually good enough. Okay, that's exciting. That's different. And you're seeing the growth from the team because of that. So where I'm most confident in this Bears team right now, I get it with all the coach staff, and I think that does all play into it. I think it's truly one conversation. But I think Bears fans should be most confident in Caleb Williams coming into this season. I think the step that this young man is about to take is going to be exciting to watch. And dare I say, you're going to get the quarterback that you've been waiting for a long, 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 long,
oh my goodness,
long, 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 long time.
All right. I mean, how do you like those pumps, Chad? No, but
no, even pumps is crazy.
Like even to piggyback off of that, because one of the things I also want Bears fans to be confident in is, because I saw this one time, one of the people in the chat a couple of days ago made a really good point, but I want them to temper it. They said that, well, what if we start winning so much that now this coaching staff looks for better opportunities? What if, one of the guys gets plucked from us because we're starting to win, because they want to go on to a better position or, become a head coach or whatever the case may be, right? Improve their resume. That probably is not going to happen. That's the confidence you need to have in this too, is because clearly all of these coaches, these coaches have had opportunities already to be head coaches. Eric Bieniemy has had an opportunity to be a head coach a number of times. He's in his wheelhouse being a running back coach. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have an issue staying right there where he's really, really good. Al Harris, not an issue. Antoine Randall, he's an assistant head coach. He's right where he wants to be. Also from Chicago, I think he loves the fact that he's here right now and is in his wheelhouse. Ben Johnson, he is the head coach. This is his opportunity. He's not going anywhere. Dennis Allen had some failed attempts at being a head coach. Really good as a defensive coordinator. He's in his wheelhouse. Everybody on this staff is in their wheelhouse. And I think that's where you can have the most confidence, is that if this thing gets right, we're going to have this staff here, hopefully, for quite some time. You're not going to see parts interchanging and leaving and coming and going and getting fired. No, if this is successful as we think it will be, you're going to see this staff be just as consistent as possibly the play on the field.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I think the Bears are going to be in a very different situation coming into this season. I think it all plays out here. Now we got to talk about where we are least confident. We can't all be sunshine and rainbows out here. Where we're least confident in the team coming into this season. So, George JC, where are you least confident in the Chicago Bears right now coming into this season?
The one area that I am hoping doesn't happen is when you saw certain players go down with injury, it seemed as if the defense took a little bit of a fall off. And I'm specifically talking about Billings, and I'm specifically talking about Jaquan Brisker. You mentioned yesterday how impactful Jaquan Brisker possibly is, more than we probably even think, with him not being on the field. You talked about how vocal he is, and he was the only guy you heard, even in mini camp, yelling and just barking out orders and barking out assignments. Like that means something when you have that gone, when that's being missed. Even though you have a veteran in Kevin Byard that had a really good season, you need your Jaquan Briskers. You need your Billings to kind of be that run stuffing, defensive interior presence so that Javon Dexter can actually realize the potential that everybody says he has, and that he can break out and be that consistent, guy to get pressure on the quarterback. The Dio Adengbos, the Shamar Turners, or rather, Shamar Turners. I was going to say Shamar Stewart. I keep going back between those two names, but like that's where I hope there isn't an issue this year, is injuries that lead to a lot of time off. That's where my confidence is low, is because that could happen, and then maybe we could see a shift. I did say shifts, SHIFT, in the amount of pressure and also in the level of where the defense could be versus them when they're healthy.
Listen, I think that's the one for me, and it is one player in particular when I look at this defense, because I think there's a leadership that's happening on this defense that is irreplaceable, and we talked about him yesterday, and it is Jaquan Brisker. Where I'm least confidence in this team right now, and in a couple of spots, right? I think the health is the biggest one for me, because when you look at the loss of Jaquan Brisker last year, that's really when things start to go downhill, and especially with him being in this defense is going to utilize the nickel so much, right? And he is going to be essentially a linebacker a lot of times in this defense, where there's going to be a ton of moments where, he's playing down, or he's closer to the line, or he's attacking the quarterback, or he's going to be blitzing. Like, Dennis Allen's going to utilize Jaquan Brisker so much. I think he's that big of a weapon. I think he's that much of a leader on this team, that losing him really threw off what the Bears were able to do last season. And so when I look at this upcoming season, when I look at where the Bears are at here, I do think, one of my biggest concerns is Jaquan Brisker on the defensive side, because if you lose him, what does that do to this defense yet again? Now, different personnel in place, different coaching in place, right? Maybe it doesn't have the same effect, but from what we've seen of the Chicago Bears, when you lost Jaquan Brisker multiple times throughout his career, you've seen this defense struggle a ton. And so I think that is going to be one of the big pieces. I think you can say that on the offensive side too. The hope seems to be that there's going to be a lot of good Roschon Johnson minutes this season with this Bears team. You want those 4.5 yards between the tackle. DeAndre Swift's not giving you 4.5 yards between the tackle. We can hype it up. We can dress it up. We can do all that we can to say we
dress it up and make it real for me.
Yeah. He's not giving 4.5 yards between the tackle. Like, he's an outside zone guy. He's going to be a nice player to have to utilize in the screen game, but come on now. Like he's not getting you 4.5 yards between the tackles. So the belief is probably that that's going to be either Kyle Monangai, big Monangai, or that's going to be Roschon Johnson there. And if Roschon Johnson goes down, you're quickly looking to Kyle Monangai to say, hey, buddy, we need you to get us 4.5 yards between the tackles, which I'm not here to say that he can't do. That's a lot to put on a rookie, though. But I'm not here to say he can't do it.
You read my mind. That was the second confidence, low confidence area that I was going to mention is running back too, specifically. Like, who's behind DeAndre Swift that can spell him and actually solidify that role? For whatever reason, Roschon has not been used as much the past couple of seasons as we thought, and I would like to see him get the first bite at the apple of being that guy that can, like you said, pick up those really hard yards, in between the tackles, get that yards after contact, yards after the first hit.
Kind of bite we talking a Buddy Hield bite at the apple or a regular person bite at the apple?
I'm talking a Buddy Hield bite. That apple's gone in one bite.
Hey, Buddy, Apple hate to see Buddy Hield coming, man.
He's biting that thing like a typewriter. That thing is, oh my goodness. No, that's crazy, bro. Buddy Hield bite is crazy.
I'm just saying. I just want to know what kind of bite we're talking. The dangerous bite.
Well, hopefully it is a Buddy Hield bite, because that means that he would have solidified that role, because that's all I want to see. As much as I am a Calmanon guy, I do want to see whether or not running back 2 is going to be solidified. So let's just say DeAndre Swift, not saying, and obviously we don't hope it, goes down with injury. Who else can you rely on to be a productive bell cow, quote unquote, running back for you? Could it be Calvin Guy? I mean, he's coming from the Big Ten rushing yards leader, no fumbles in his entire career. Like, that's really good resume, but this is the next level. So, do you lean on him? Do you put him in that spotlight? Do you put him in that type of pressure, situation? So that's where it's a little of a question mark for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I hear you on that. But before we get about here, JC, we are over 400.
Oh, we got
400. That's right. Don't let the pumps die.
That's right.
And also, before we get out of here, just a little nugget. Putting Bears fans
I like nuggets.
Heading into the day, you gotta keep a little side eye on it. Keep a little what's going on over there on it, right?
What?
Per Adam Schefter.
Oh,
NFL sack leader Trey Hendrickson, who has not received a new contract, that he has been looking for, is not attending Bengals mandatory minicamp. The holdout begins. The holdout begins, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying. I bet you thought there was going to be showing up to camp, didn't you?
Holdout begins.
Just give me a catch.
That picture is hilarious. Please. I done gave you all 35 sacks over 2 years.
Giving you 35 sacks in 2 years. I'm exhausted out here. Could be a little interesting. Keep an eye out on it. They cleared some money up yesterday, too, to actually get something. You thought to get something done, and nothing getting done. All right. Okay. We'll see.
Bridges have been burned. Hopefully.
I got to get that sound effect. That would have been a perfect moment to play that. I got to get that Jalen Ramsey sound. Remember when he was in Miami and he was like, "You tell me. You tell me."
Like, come on, man.
The only athlete zestier than Cat. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to show love. Hit that like button, subscribe.
That's a hard.
Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do, man. As always, we're going to keep it rocking here. Let us know your areas where you are most confident in the Bears and least confident in the Bears in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on little Trey Hendrickson. As Cribs has said, no Bears. Drop an FGB in the chat. We are 90 days away until Bears football returns, so stay tapped in. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Big Bad Don, one love. Peace.
Oh, that's not true at all, Mutt Greer. Oh, no.
The Breeze loves Waldron. No. The Breeze was the first channel to tell you this dude sounds a lot like Luke Getzey.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, I guess technically the Chicago Bears podcast was the first.
Oh, there you go. That's right. Tap into that.